All right, welcome everyone to another episode of the Big Four Boys. This is episode 12. 12, folks. Oh man, I'm not even doing my math well. This is 12, right?
TB12, Tom Brady.
Yeah, and speaking of TB12, is he the favorite to win the MVP this year? We're just jumping right in, folks. We're just jumping right in.
NFL talk. I mean, he's running up the numbers. They got the win against the Eagles, but I don't know, man. It's Lamar. If we're talking MVP,
Dude, are you serious?
in the league.
Are you serious? Lamar already won it last year.
Was
he win it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Who won it last year?
Experts here, folks. Kyler actually.
No, Kyler did not win it yet.
No. I mean, Kyler win this year, but no, I don't know who won last year.
Dude, I think it's it's one of these young bucks. Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I thought it was
Garrett. Baker.
Yeah, but oh man, I thought it was Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. He could have took the dub.
Yeah,
a good question.
Oh no, actually, I remember it was Aaron Rodgers.
He got MVP.
Yeah, he got MVP last year. Yeah, he had a good season. They lost like 1 or 2 games. Remember?
Damn, he's old as fuck.
He was only 36. Now he's like 37.
Yeah, bronze age.
Yeah, dude.
Him and LeBron are comparable, dude. How crazy is that? Same age, same athleticism.
You're comparing Aaron Rodgers' athleticism to LeBron James?
It could be something. I'm kind of going off the anal here, but I'm just comparing these two athletes. Aaron Rodgers would not be as good at basketball as LeBron would be at football. Did you hear Travis Kelce? He went on some podcast that wasn't ours, and he said that LeBron would be he could just, like, if he wanted to try out now, he could be an NFL tight end.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. He would be like the best NFL tight end.
I mean, the dude flops for a layup. Like, you think he could take a hit in traffic?
Dude, are you crazy? This guy's a 6'8" built fucking dude. All he has to do is just like beef up a bit. If he beefs up, dude, oh my god, he could be a tight end. He could be a running back. He could be a linebacker. The only thing he can't be is a QB. I mean, maybe he could be a QB. I don't know.
Yeah,
dude, he's like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm an athletic guy, I'm picking the NBA over the NFL. No offense to the NFL. I mean, NBA, no brainer. Getting paid guaranteed money.
Yeah, literally no brainer. And you keep your brain. There's no taking the hits. So that's a good call financially and physically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Well, maybe Braun could play. He could be a punter or something. Did you have any specific game? I had a couple that I checked in on. I don't know. Do we want to talk about how elite Lamar Jackson is or no?
Oh man, dude, we're talking about Chargers, Ravens. Ravens spanked the Chargers. For everyone who didn't watch that, were you expecting that spanking? I know it was in Baltimore, but
it wasn't at all. Herbert lost his MVP. I mean,
Herbert was looking good
after that. He played okay. He didn't play great, but their defense got nutted on.
Dude, it was embarrassing. And are you completely done with Cleveland?
What about
the Browns? Like, do you think they're? I mean, like, are you done with Baker? Like, are you? He's not your franchise QB, is he?
Oh God, he just disappoints week after week. He's such a good actor that you'd think he'd be.
He doesn't have any good stats, man. He just doesn't have.
Yeah, he's good looking, but it's just, you're right.
Is he though? He's a short guy too.
Yeah. Did you ever see those photos of him on vacation, standing next to Saquon Barkley, and people were just comparing their bodies? And Baker had the dad bod, whereas Saquon's got like a 16-pack.
That's what I suspect, man. I wanted to see. They got spanked by the Cards, man. It wasn't even close. I mean, I know Baker is technically injured, but Oh my god, it was embarrassing, bro. Oh
Um,
my
about
god.
Miles Garrett, did you see what he did where for Halloween decorations, he put a bunch of gravestones in his front yard with QBs painted on the gravestones? And so he had like a Kyler Murray gravestone, a Joe Burrow, a Herbert, and he made Kyler Murray's gravestone the smallest because
Oh god.
he's 4'11". And then the Cardinals went on to spank them.
Oh man.
After the game, Kyler went up to Miles, and he just went, "That's his name, right? Miles Garrett." That's
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He
his
went
name.
up to him. He said, "Bro, why do you have me in the graveyard? Why are you coming to me?" But it's pretty funny.
Hey, who's the guy who's actually like the team that's actually killing QBs? I think is the Cowboys.
Real
Uh, oh my
not
god,
sack
dude,
wise.
they're like no, they're like actually attacking these QBs. Like, oh man, I think like they hit Mac Jones so badly on Sunday. You should
That
have
was a
seen.
crazy game. Holy shit. Diggs is the
Oh
best corner in the league.
yeah, but I mean, he got the pick six, and then the literally the next play, he gave up a 75-yard touchdown. So
Well,
I don't.
score one, give one up. Yeah,
It was like
game of
it
averages.
made if anything he gave them an extra point, which made no sense. Like he did
Mm,
7 points and then they did 8 points.
yeah,
It,
that's true. Yeah,
uh,
needed at the one.
I mean, I think Diggs though he's good. Who cares? He got his picks. We got the dub. Did you know the crazy stat? Cowboys are 6-0 against the spread.
Wow.
So they and that's weird because normally, Cowboy fanboys like always bet the line up. Like if it's let's say
Mhm.
Cowboys -2 over the Patriots, Cowboy fanboys will bet that up to -4 just because they're Cowboy fanboys. And
Yeah, they
apparent
got
and this season that has not mattered at all. It's like this is the number one way Vegas loses money because everyone they make their money off of cowboy schmucks like me who bet.
yeah. But
Um,
now you're just raking in that dough and you can
can I just say something? Mike McCarthy is an awful coach, and we're winning in spite of him. I'm saying it right now. I hate this guy. He does not know what he's doing, and we're winning in spite of him. He has no in-game management skills, no time management skills. Um, I don't. I don't get
yeah.
what he's doing there.
He looks like he could manage a McDonald's, but you're
No, no, that's
full
way above his.
football.
No, not even that. No, no. Maybe he could
Really?
be a cashier at McDonald's, but he ain't managing it. If I own a McDonald's
Yeah.
franchise, I ain't giving that to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. He wouldn't know how to, get the McNuggets going or
He
anything.
wouldn't know how to set the microwave. He doesn't know what the time is. Like he doesn't know if it's like a minute left, a minute and a half left. He'd be confused with that microwave. He'd be like, "What do I
Yeah.
put? A minute 10, a minute 20?" Like it's just like,
He'd
come
let it
on.
run down until it's too late. You burnt the thing.
he he'd give you. He wouldn't even start it, man. He'd just give you like your frozen food and be like, "Hey, congrats."
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Like it's so funny. We talked about this before the season. We asked who is the favorite for football. We're what, 6 weeks in, 7 weeks in? Who is it now? Who is the
I think I
win
think
this year?
clearly it's I think clearly you got like two or three teams. You,
Who?
it's clear for me. It's not clear for you.
I, all right, so we'll do Lions, Jared Goff.
Houston Texans, Davis Mills, and Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence.
And we'll throw in the Jets, honorable mention.
Zach Wilson, man, the GOAT.
Go,
That,
baby. Let me hear
no,
these three teams. The
oh, come on,
Cardinals are
man.
one of them.
Cardinals, of course, they're just looking fantastic. Dude, they're not even like they're playing real teams, and it's not even competitive.
Yeah,
It's not even competitive. Like,
slaughter.
yeah. Then of course you got the Rams. Just I th- I mean the only team they lost to were the unbelievable whatchamacallits Cards, but yeah, that's a real team. I mean, they took care of Tampa like no tomorrow, dude. Like Tampa got spanked by them.
That's
Spanked.
true. Yeah.
And then I mean, I know you got to put an AFC team here. just as an honorable mention. I'm gonna give you your Bills.
Oh, my Bills. All right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I'll put them there. I mean, look, they shut down 2 teams to 0 points. They weren't two good teams. I mean, it was what Miami and Houston with shitty QBs. But I mean, shutting out a team in 2021, 2022, when the rules are so pro offense, is pretty impressive. Um, I mean, it was a bad loss against Tennessee. They should have won that game. Did you watch that game, by the way?
Yeah, I watched that. That was
4th and 1. Do you go for it? 4th and 1, 30 seconds left. Do you tie the game?
I like being aggressive. I like the move.
But you have the field goal right there. You could tie the game. It's a 20-yard field goal.
Yeah, but they weren't stopping Big Dick Tractor Cito. Like he had 3 TDs. He was running all over the place. He's got big meat. I mean, what are you gonna do?
But that's just a coin flip.
Yeah, but
you
chance, whereas they just wanted to, have it. They didn't. I don't know. They went for it.
I get it. I see.
If it works, then their coach is getting blown. So I mean, it's
you know what is your point? Lamar did the same thing against the Ravens. Did the same thing against the Chiefs. Remember, it was like week 2. They went on 4th and 1 with like a minute left, and it worked. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, these guys are geniuses."
Yeah,
that would have been the same.
Yeah, the Chargers did the same thing against the Chiefs, where on their own 20, they went for it. I think on one drive to end the game, they did it 2 or 3 times. They went for it on their own 20 and got it. That's one, if you don't get it, it's like, oh, this coach is a fucking idiot. But Chip Kelly used to do the same thing at Oregon. We would go for it on our own side of the 50 all the time. And it's so fun to watch because you're like, I don't want to watch a punt. I don't want to watch us play defense. Let's just, challenge it right here.
By the way, how hard is it? Like, you have 4 tries to get 10 yards. Why don't more people do it?
Yeah, it's so funny too. Just if you're a fan of the team on defense, you're always just hoping they don't go for
it. Dude, exactly. I'm always hoping they punt it.
Yeah, when it's 4th and 2 or something, you go, God, if they went for it, they'd probably get it. But you're just like, oh, thank God they're punting.
Dude, I get so excited when they punt. I freak out for 4th and 2, 4th and 1, because I'm like giving them like a 60% chance to get in at least.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that. I mean, even the Super Bowl where the Eagles beat the Patriots, that was a couple of years ago, 2017 maybe.
My boy BDN.
Where the Eagles beat the Pats.
Yeah, BDN, Nick Foles.
Oh yeah, BD, yeah, and Donahue. No, they went for it and they were aggressive. How about that 2-point conversion? Did you watch the whole game?
Which one?
Bills Titans, the one where they did the double reverse pass to Josh.
Oh yeah. I watched that. But like Derrick Henry didn't come alive until like the 3rd quarter. This is a Titans team that lost to the Jets, right?
Yeah.
I can't get a good read on this team. I mean, I like their coach Mike Vrabel. They've been like a playoff team for the past like 3 years. And they'll probably be a playoff team this year just because their division is just so shitty. Their division, they who they have in their division? The Colts and the Texans. And then it's them, and then I think the last team is the Jags. Yeah. The Jags.
Cool. Yeah.
How bad? Like, you gotta get out of that division. Who else are you afraid from that division? Colts.
Yeah, the Colts probably look the next best there. Trevor Lawrence, he's not doing anything with that nose.
He's a married man.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you agree with those top 3 teams that I gave you? Rams, Cards, Bills.
Buccaneers. No, I mean
I could throw the Bucs in. I could throw the Bucs in.
I would throw the Bucs in the mix. I don't know.
You're not throwing my boys in if you throw the Bucs in, though? You're not throwing my boys in if you throw the Bucs in, the Cowboys?
Them boys.
You gotta throw them in, man. That's a real team.
If the Bucs they do look good. The problem with the Cowboys is they've kind of become the Yankees of football, where they're very overhyped. You have the very annoying fans. Not saying you're Yeah, you
Five
throw,
and one. 5-1. Where you at, man? Five
yeah,
and one.
right. It's like the Yankees they had an incredible record during the season, and then come playoff time, you just start shitting your own bed.
5-1.
Yeah, you throw around the regular season record, and that's cute. But once it gets playoff time, you've got all the Cowboy fans, their jean shorts, hey Romo, and then you lose immediately.
Who's your team again?
Whoever wins. Dude, I got the Chargers. I gotta support my the white skinny man.
Jimothy?
Jimothy, yes. I was talking about Herbert being the white skinny, but I guess that applies to Jimothy, even though he's quarter Asian or something.
Is he?
He's some mix of a calculator. I don't know what it is exactly, but he's
I'm not laughing at that. I do not condone. I do not condone that.
Oh man.
Oh
Good shit,
man.
dude. All right, I don't know. Do you have any more NFL specifics? What did I write down? Jared Goff got called out by his coach. I don't know. That's old news. Everyone hates on Goff.
Is Bill Belichick dead?
Is he dead? Oh, gee, he might be. What is he? 2-4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You think it's done for him?
Like he would get canned?
No, but like, do you think he's not one of the best coaches?
I mean, he's got 6 rings and he barely cheated, so it's hard to really.
But like right now, if I had to ask you 5 best coaches, is Bill Belichick on that list? 5 best coaches as of right now.
It's hard because it's always a reflection of your record.
No, but no. I'm just, right now, if you had a team, who would you want to coach? Who would you want as your head coach? Sean McVay. Okay, I'll give you one.
Yeah, I don't want McVay. No.
Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
Okay. Shanahan.
The Chargers dude is fucking great. The new guy, he's white and skinny. What's his name?
Oh yeah. I forgot, dude. That's a good. You're right.
I would love Gruden, not really for coaching, but just his character.
And do not condone
that. Who else do we want?
Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, Urban Meyer. And then that is my list.
So you Urban Meyer. Oh, do you want Bruce Arians?
Bruce is solid. Bruce is a football man through and through. He doesn't have many scandals though, or any.
So you're not taking Bill B then?
Bill B is a better coach than anyone you just named. I think a part of it is talent, not having.
But he spent $250 million this year on getting players. He had 2 drafts to recover after TB12.
Yeah, Macalicious. I think it's going to take some time for Macalicious.
What do they end the season at? Right now they're 2-4. Where do they end the season at?
I would say 13-4. If they're playing 17 games this
year. Yeah, they're playing 7. So they've lost their last game.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm giving an honest.
They're playing your Chargers, by the way, in a few weeks.
Well, that's Herbie. I'm just giving an honest take here. They're going on a nice little run.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
they're not just a jog. They're running.
They're starting off with the Jets this week. That should be an easy one, right?
Well, we say that, and then the Texans, they almost got ended.
That's what I'm afraid of, man. Because Bill B would normally kill Davis Mills, right? Because he hates rookie. He things rookie QBs, and Davis Mills threw 300 yards over him and looked like a real star.
Do you think Belichick has some drug problem we don't know about? Is
I
he?
think it's his kids, man. I think it's his kids. You just can't. He brought all his kids in to run the defense because
Yeah,
all his former coordinators just kept on leaving to become head coaches. Problem is, just because they're your kid, don't mean they're going to be competent at the job.
yeah, yeah. No, seriously, nepotism to the finest. Like,
Yeah, it's like he has all his kids like some defensive coordinator position, and like these guys, do they have the same like incentive as a non like kid? Like, oh, like I'm not gonna get fired by dad, am I? Like, you know what I mean? They
yeah,
got that
it's a good
protection.
point.
They got that protective blanket that hey, dad's gonna take care of me.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Donnie Trump Jr. mentality. That's
Spe-
difficult.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Hey, by the way, Survivor League. I know we're doing this segment. Is it time for that, or you have some news to talk about in the NFL?
no, no, I was just no talking about Belichick. He might be on coke. I don't know what he's doing, but
He's
let's
definitely not
let's
on
do the
coke. That guy feels like he's dying. His son is though. His son is.
Yeah,
His,
let's all right, let's
exactly.
do the Survivor League. Remind us of our picks last week, Alec, because
Oh, we killed it again, man. We killed it again. We picked the
we did the
Rams.
Rams.
We
Yeah,
did the
that was
Rams.
easy.
We did the Rams over the Giants, and that was no. That was easy. Yeah, that was definitely easy. This week, I picked. This week, I was tempted, tempted to pick the the Patriots over the Jets. Very
Mhm.
tempted, but instead, I actually picked the Cardinals, who are no, not the Cardinals. Sorry, who's minus 17 this week? Let me tell you right now. Yeah,
Cardinals
it's the Cardinals.
Texans is a
Yeah, Cardinals
gimme.
Texans. That's what I
That's
picked.
a gimme.
I
Yeah.
picked the Texans at Cardinals, and the line I think is like minus 17 for the Cardinals. Is there any
Yeah.
chance that we lose this? Is
No,
there any chance?
there's any chance. Chance the Rapper.
Is
I'm
there
other
any
ones.
chance? Like you want to know what Vegas has the odds if of Texans winning? Let me tell you right now.
Packers, Washington would also probably be a convincing dub for the
Dude, Packers don't win any games convincingly. They always win like I know they win like 5, 7 points, 10 points, but it's like always like just like bullshit. It's like
last minute.
yeah, they don't beat anyone well. Like they're just winning enough. Like I'll tell you, it's good that they're winning, right? They won 5 in a row, but like I haven't seen a signature win yet. Like they barely beat the 49ers, they barely beat the Bengals, they barely beat like the Lions, dude. They were struggling against the Lions. Remember that week 2 Monday night game? Oh,
Yeah, that's true. The first half was messy.
okay.
Line
So if you're gonna bet the Texans to win, Vegas would pay you $10 for every dollar you bet. So if you bet $100 for the Texans to win, Vegas would pay you $1,000.
it's pretty nice.
So those are the odds.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's the go-to. Do the Cardinals have any other easy matchups though?
They do, but I think I'm gonna. There's no other game this week that's maybe New England Jets, but I think New England plays the Jags later.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
waiting for New England to fix their shit. Man. They gotta know what like is it like last week against the Cowboys. I think they noticed something that they could run the ball actually before their running back Damian Harris would get like maybe 40 to 50 yards a game. Like they'd barely run it because they just didn't have a running game. But he did pretty well against the Cowboys, especially in the fourth quarter. So I don't know if
Mhm.
they found something.
Yeah, maybe lost and found.
Yeah.
For Rams Lions, that's the the QBs facing off after the
I already picked the Rams, so but yeah. Jared
Yeah,
Goff
no,
is
I know for
homecoming,
the
right?
sake of the picks, we got the Cardinals, but that'll be a fun game to watch at least. That's that Sunday. Oh, they should have made that Sunday night football, but I guess the Lions are too ass. But that'll be a fun one.
That would be a fun Sunday night football. The current Sunday night football is shitty. It's like, isn't it the 49ers?
Yeah, Colts Niners. Jimmy.
That's an awful matchup. Who wants to watch that?
Yeah.
The previous Sunday night footballs have all been good. I guess they need to have one shitty one.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Do you remember there was a streak of just really shitty, I want to say Thursday night footballs?
Monday night too. I think it was Monday night. They would always like ESPN. Like it was so bad that ESPN complained to them because they were just giving them awful like matchups. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think because they're required to have every team have one prime time game, like it's part of every team's contract.
Yeah.
So they don't want to give it to Sunday night because Sunday night's like their biggest, um, like viewer thing. So I think they give it to Monday and Thursday and say like deal with it. You'll get the shit this week.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, dude. So Cardinals locked in. Do we want to trans over to NBA?
Yeah, let's trans over.
Sweet. So we got opening night was for the folks watching. We're recording Wednesday, the 20th of October, 2021. And last night was opening night. I don't know if you have any reactions there, Alec. I had a couple things for NBA.
Let's hear
We're
it,
always
man. Let's hear it.
Simmons. We're always talking about that Illuminati guy in Brooklyn. But did you have any other stuff?
Yeah. I want to know who you think this year has a chance to win it all. I mean, normally there's like one or two teams. Is it the same this year, or do you think there's more teams that have a chance to win it all?
Well, so ESPN, who sucks, they came out with power rankings today, I think, right? Maybe
that.
yesterday. And I don't know. I kind of agree.
No. I'm going in raw. I haven't seen any of their power rankings.
Yeah. Nutting it raw. So there's like a couple but they have the Bucks. They've got the Nets.
Do they have the Bucks as number one?
I think they do.
Whoa.
Just defending champs. Maybe I'm anal on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I could see that, but I don't see them. I don't know. Maybe dude,
the Bucks did win last night against a Kyrie-less Nets, but
yeah, but don't hold any stock in that. The Nets don't care.
You have to react to the first game of the season. That's winning it all. We need to react now.
I used to, but like over the past 10 years, I've noticed. I've noticed. The NBA players themselves don't care about any regular season games. Like,
no, they don't give a fat shit. You got guys like Kawhi who are, getting massages every 2 days and not.
It's so bad. Like, they don't care at all, man. It's just, back then, like back when I watched it back in the 2000s or whatever. I'm not that old, but I used to watch basketball in the 2000s. They used to care, man. They used to like we used to talk about it every single day as if it mattered because the players cared. The players hated each other. Now the players are all best friends with each other. They all have podcasts with each other.
Yeah.
They're all DJing with each other. Yeah, it's just I don't want that.
Yeah, and I don't want to go on a gay tangent here, but it is crazy how social media makes it so it kind of ruins the fandom because you see LeBron James commenting on other players. You kind of wish that was more in the dark, and you're like, I wonder what he thinks about this player. It was almost better that it was, mysterious. But now we just know what everyone's thinking.
But back then they weren't even this bad. Like they weren't even connecting. Like Kobe wasn't reaching out to like his his opponents or whatever. Like he wasn't into that. Jordan wasn't reaching out to his opponents to say what's up. Like even over text or phone call, man. It was just business.
Yeah,
they actually didn't like each other. They wanted to win the chip.
Yeah, and it was not fancy. It was none of this 160 points in a game bullshit.
Yeah.
It was 80 to 80. They were bumping uglies, touching each other. And now it's just like let's run across the court, shoot a three on a fast break.
Jesus.
We sound like some old heads.
Yeah, we do sound like some old heads. But so let's transition back. I think for me, I think I have 5 teams who could probably win the chip this year. 5 teams.
Okay. I've got 30 on my list, but you do your 5.
I mean, normally, man, you come into a season for the past 10 years, there's only been 2 viable options to win a chip. Maybe 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Like last year, you come into the season, you're like, okay, Lakers, Bucks, Nets, right? That was it.
Yeah.
I know the Suns
I
ended
don't
up
even know
making.
if the Bucks were on that list. I mean, they were floated, but even they weren't given a real shot.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I actually bet them in the playoffs in the first round because I thought
Yeah.
that team is stacked. Plus all the injuries to all the other teams, but I was like, that's a stacked team.
Yeah.
I mean, before that, it was essentially the Lakers, right? LeBron and AD. I don't know who the East had. Maybe Philly. It was Lakers, Philly. I mean, Lakers ended up playing the Miami Heat in the finals, but that was just COVID, whatever. Before that, you had what was it? Warriors, Raptors.
Raptors. Yeah. 2019.
Like before, I mean, I'm guessing no one predicted the Raptors to win the chip that year. But it was like Warriors for sure. And then
Mhm.
from the East, who was on the East that year that was good? Maybe it was the Raptors because there was no team on the East. Maybe
The
Philly.
Sixers were okay. That was the year that Kawhi had that crazy game 7.
Seven. Philly is always okay, man. They can never win. They just don't have. They don't have that wing player who could hit threes. Who could do a little bit of everything. They had Jimmy Butler, and I can't understand for the life of me why they got rid of him. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, he had a bad attitude. He didn't want to play the game. So they did the right thing, stuck with Ben Simmons.
Yeah. By the way, why does no one want to stay in Philly? What's going on in Philly? It's not a bad city. Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler didn't want to stay. Ben Simmons doesn't want to stay. All right, yeah. So this year, I mean, I think we have a wider field. We got the Bucks, who we think could win the chip again. We got the Lakers, who added Russ Westbrook. We got Brooklyn, who I think Kyrie and James Harden, and LeBron, KD are good enough to win. You
Yeah. Blake
got
Griffin.
you,
Joe Harris is leading that pack.
yeah, he's a pure shooter. He's a pure shooter. Keep your eyes out. You
Yeah.
got the Warriors, I think, that are a real team. You got Clay coming back. Jordan Poole, dude. Jordan Poole's legit.
Yeah, he's wet like a pool, shooting shots.
Jordan Poole is legit, man. I can't. That's a good team. And they didn't even play Wiseman or Kuminga. That's a
Out of
good
the
team.
bucket. Yeah.
And then you got the Suns who could potentially put in some work. Yeah, I know, but
They feel more like a one hit, and Ayton is pissed. He's not getting a max. Did you see that?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I
Mhm.
saw that. I mean, I also see where they're coming from. They're like, we're not going to pay a 15 and 10 guy 200 million. I mean, that's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it is
But
funny. It's that thing I learned it in school. It's a thing called equity theory, where you really just compare to what the people around you have. And him seeing MPJ.
hey, MPJ has potential though, man. MPJ has.
Well, sure, but I'm sure Aiton sees that and goes, "Yeah, you're offering me 4 years for whatever, but I want the fucking Sunday.
Hold
I
on, but
want
I think MPJ's max is smaller than Aiden's max. Aiden could qualify for the super max, I think.
sure."
So super max, I think, is way more than regular max.
Well, it's probably an ego thing too, where Aiton was picked before Luca, and he goes, "Well, I gotta be on par with this
Yeah, and Trey.
and Trey, yeah, Ice Trey."
Well, Phoenix Suns owner is notoriously cheap. Like he's known to be cheap. Like he makes trades for like players. You know how they trade players, and then there's like cash. Like to him, if you want to make a trade for one of his players, you got to throw him in some cash, and he'll
Throw
take the
some
deal.
cash.
Like
What?
literally.
Why? What is that? Like, does he want hookers in Scottsdale? Like, what does he need
I
them?
mean, look, if you're in his shoes, he's like, I probably don't have a chance to. I don't have a real chance to win the chip. I want my day-to-day operations to be somewhat profitable for me to make some money off the deal. I mean, I don't blame him, dude. I mean, not everyone, the Lakers, where they have like 200, $300 million TV deals separate from the whole NBA.
Yeah,
I mean, how much is he charging for Phoenix Suns tickets? I mean, who even likes the Phoenix Suns? Isn't that like a football town? They like the Cards.
That's such a good point, how it really is the market or just the owner's financial sitch that could dictate a team's success.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah, which is nuts to think about. You
Like
throw money at it.
he's like, hey, chances I'm gonna win the chip, not that much. This year he'll play. Let's see if we win a chip. But I'm not gonna guarantee myself to pay this guy 200 mil for 5 years. I don't know much. I mean, look, he's a cheap
Yeah.
guy. And he's not like Mark Cuban or someone or whatever that's ready to spend their money. And love him or hate him, that's the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So let's finalize this list. So it sounds like we're pretty in line with ESPN, and they're geniuses. They're always right.
Dude, I did not see this list, so I'm just coming out. I'm telling you, this is
Yeah.
raw. This is totally.
It's weird. It is weird to me how Stephen A. Smith is always right. But anyways, so the Bucks, the Nets, we're putting the Suns in there.
Can I put my Mavs in?
If you throw the Mavs in, that's a pipe dream.
Can I negotiate? Can we pretend you're you like Portland, right? You're their fan. Can we pretend you're the
Sure.
Portland GM? Can we negotiate a trade right now for CJ
Yeah,
McCollum? I'm the Mavs
if-
GM. You're the Portland GM.
Do we get peanuts? What are we getting?
We'll trade you CJ for Tim Hardaway Jr.
God, that is just that's a steal for us.
THJ, will you take THJ off our hands for CJ?
If you throw in what's his name? Throw in Luca, if you will, and we'll be good. That
if you
bench
think
guy.
if you think we're doing Luca for CJ, man, you're crazy. THJ is a starter, man, and he's a pure 3-point shooter. You put him around Dame, that's a shooter.
Well, we'll see what Olshey decides.
What would it take for you to trade CJ to the Mavs? What would you want?
I gotta run this up the ladder and talk to the
You
rest.
I'll give you our team. You got Porzingis, you can't have him. Luka, you can't have him. Josh Green, maybe.
We're done already. You named the two guys that we like.
on.
Give me Zingis and Luca. You get Zach Collins.
No, wait. Would you want Josh Green? Because Josh Green has a lot of potential, and he's a kid.
I hate the word potential, especially in basketball.
Dude, you're building a team. You got that Anthony guy or Anthony Simmons, right? And and then you got Josh Green. You got nice 21-year-olds.
Yeah, it's really fun to have potential, isn't it?
And we'll throw you.
Fan.
And what if we throw you a pick, unprotected first rounder?
Well, I like going unprotected, but I don't know. I mean, I couldn't do that.
So you're telling me you're not making a deal with
those
me?
2 stars for someone.
I'm not saying you trade Dame. I'm just saying trade CJ.
CJ is elite.
No, he's not elite, dude. Come on.
He has a podcast. Like, he's doing stuff.
You and I have a podcast.
You expect him to move his podcast to Dallas? Like, it's a hassle for him.
You think he can't move his computer? That's 1,200 miles.
All I'm saying is
we want CJ.
Star.
We want CJ, and you guys should make it. You guys should take the deal. You're not winning anything. What if it's a 3-way trade? What if we call Doc Rivers from Philly, and you guys get Ben? Come on, just make the CJ for Ben trade already. Just make the deal.
Believe me, I think it should happen. Did you see? Let's talk about that real quick. So we kind of have our teams nailed down. I feel like it's mostly what other people expect. We'll sneak the Mavs in there for respect for you.
We're one trade away. One trade away.
Let's talk real quick. We talk about Ben Simmons every week, that light-skinned cuck. But we got to talk about this right now because he came back. Last week, we mentioned how he came back to Philly, the Woj report. He is in Philadelphia, but now he's just jacking off at practice. He's not actually participating in the drills. And so Doc Rivers said, hey, man, you can go the fuck home. Simmons is really just going to hurt his value at this point. He doesn't give a fuck.
How long? I think if he keeps on doing that, 76ers will just fine him and not pay him, and fine him. So on top of him not getting paid, he'll be paying fines, and he could continue doing that or whatever.
The funniest tweet, someone, I think Shams or one of these NBA virgins, they tweeted Ben Simmons missed out on the 4 preseason games, which were $360K a game. So he missed out on 1.2 mil. And everyone on Twitter was like, hey, could I get that? Could they just pay me instead? It's like, what are we doing with this money? They're just holding on to it. Give that to a fan. This is insane.
Why? What is this, communism? What they take? He doesn't take his salary, so someone else gets it.
Just hand over the cash.
Just split it over all the fans, and all the fans who are at the stadium opening night. Each one gets what, $100?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the calc, right? 20,000 times 100 is $2 million.
Fuck. All right. So Simmons, like, what the fuck is gonna happen? He's just gonna sit there and watch Brazzers? Like, is he gonna play, or what's his plan?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know. I don't even know if your boy Neil makes a CJ for Ben trade, to be honest.
Well, that's the other thing too, is no team is going to want, it's the Kyrie thing all over. No other team is going to see that and go, oh, we'd love to have this guy in our locker room.
Yeah, I think the best case scenario.
Oh, this guy's going to throw a bitch fit when times get tough.
Oh man. The best case scenario for this is he comes back in 2 weeks. He plays. Everyone forgets about it. And then in February, they trade him.
Best case.
Best case.
I don't see him playing. Embiid during a press conference said, yeah, I don't care about that man. He's just doing what he wants to do.
So what can they trade him for? Because I think he still has trade value. Like, if you're a Portland fan, don't you want him? Because I want him as a Mavs guy.
But he's surely talented, and he's good at passing when he should shoot. But he's just, I don't know, is he going to sit out the whole time?
Like, seriously, if you like Portland, so what are you offering for him? Like, what would you be okay giving up for him?
A washing machine. Like, there's
Are you serious? I'd be okay giving up CJ if I'm the Lakers or if I'm the Mavs. What would I be okay giving up for him? I'd be okay giving
Luka?
up. No, I'd be okay giving up Tim, Josh Green,
you're talking about some bums here.
And 2 first-round picks. Josh Green has the potential.
Yeah, potential.
Would you give up Anthony Simmons and Zach Collins and Nurkic for Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I would probably consider
and
that.
A few first rounds.
Nurkic, dude, his fucking Twitter is terrible.
2 first rounders.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're the Warriors, would you do Kuminga and Wiseman for Simmons?
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about Cum here. They're gonna get rid of Cum, and
but that's two top 10 picks. I think if they do that, I think Philly should take that deal. Philly rejected that deal, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know.
Philly said we want 3 of your first round picks. I think 2. Right now, if they call Golden State and they say, we'll do it for Kuminga and Wiseman, you take that deal. But I think the other thing is Ben doesn't want to play for a team like Golden State because I think
that's the other thing too. That's the other thing too, is Philly is a good situation.
Yeah.
Playoff, they're a good elite, they're a top team in the East. And he's like, I want something different. You're going to get traded to a bum ass team if you keep pouting and twerking. Like, he's just not doing anything. It's like, you're going to get put in a worse. What does he think is going to happen? He's not going to get put on a better team. It's not like he's just going to go to the Bucks or something.
I hate this guy, man. I hate this guy. All right. Hey, you know Oregon's playing UCLA this week?
Yeah, dude.
And UCLA is the favorite?
It's are you going to the game?
Oh, potentially, but I'm not sure.
I should fly down. We should do a live pod.
Yeah, you should come down, man. Let's go. To the Rose Bowl.
No, I'm going to I can talk about this later. I'll have a story next week for sure. I'm going to this like bullshit Halloween party on Saturday.
Who's hosting?
What?
Who's hosting?
Uh, my friend's girlfriend. It's her family, and so there's a bunch, but it's a lot of people, but it's held at their house. And I don't even know his girlfriend that well, so I'm just gonna show up in a clan costume, uh, and just party it up.
I mean, it's not a costume for you, is it?
No, it's not. It's every Wednesday night fire. But
Let's transition to accounting, folks. Um, we've been kind of straying away from this whole accounting thing for the past few weeks. I mean, come on, we got NBA, we got NFL, we got MLB playoffs. I mean, none of us care about that, but we got it. So, we got a lot of sports to cover. But we're still gonna give you guys a nice 5-minute talk on first year accountants and all the jobs that they're required to do that aren't related to accounting.
yeah, it's a ton of admin stuff. You feel like an intern for a while. It's funny stuff, folks, where you go through college, you take all these difficult classes, maybe you take some of those CPAs, you do the internship where you feel like a mule bitch. You're treated nicely, but you don't do any real work. And then once you get thrown into the actual audit position, you're a assurance, an associate, an A1.
Don't you love those words, assurance associate? I mean, who came up with that?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of it's a bunch of LinkedIn BS lingo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't know what any of it means.
I don't either. I don't know what assurance is. I don't know who I'm an associate of.
Yeah. But you think it's going to be a grind, and sure, you do learn a lot of technical stuff, but you also you deal with some BS. Alex, should we talk about busy season, the dinner orders, the coffee runs? There's so much.
That's the best part of the gig, folks. You're going to be able to go get dinner for people. You have to go place everyone's orders from partner to yourself, right? And you're gonna you get to pick the restaurant. That's probably one of the hardest parts of my job, was picking a restaurant every single day. It was just hard, man. I couldn't pick. It took a lot of time picking out a different spot, and a lot of people are judgy. The senior manager doesn't like this, the manager doesn't like this, partner doesn't like this, a bunch of snobs. And then you got to keep it under the $25 limit. And then you got to pick somewhere where you could get 2 lunches, a dinner for today and then a lunch for tomorrow. I mean, that's what we did on my team. Everyone got 2 meals, $12 each. And then you got the lunch for tomorrow. That's thinking.
Yeah, that's thinking ahead.
Life hack, folks. Life hack.
Yeah, life hack. So for the folks listening, if you haven't started at Big Four yet, if you're going into that and you might be pissing yourself, there's good parts to it too. But when you are working those later hours, your team's going to have dinner together. I don't know what that looks like in this pandemic environment, but we're going off of what
what they actually changed it, because now all of the the apps, they do group orders. So all you got to do is send a link to everyone and you just place their orders and then someone brings it right over to you.
Oh, wow.
So, okay, the only part that does apply now though is you got to still pick the spot.
Yeah, which it was so funny for my audit team that I was on, which was about 30 of us. We had an assistant. Oh
shit, you did, yeah.
We had an actual admin person who lasted like 6 months, and she just
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. She quits and went to Hawaii or something. But she had to pick every day, and she would choose Thai food 3 times a week, and everyone was getting pissed. It's a really hard job though. That picking a meal for 30, a restaurant for 30 people, that's harder than any audit work paper.
Oh man, I know, man. I got to take the temperature of the room every day. I had to do so much work to get the right meal.
Yeah. I remember suggesting Chick-fil-A once and I got assaulted. That's just how it goes. Is you make a bad choice and BD or one of these higher ups is gonna give you an elbow.
I remember once they wanted In-N-Out, so In-N-Out isn't with the driving app, so we had to go to In-N-Out to get the food.
Yeah.
So we were gone for like an hour because In-N-Out, it takes like a half hour to wait in line, and then they're not quick with making the food. So we came back an hour later, everyone's starving. But the problem is we didn't check the bags when we came back. So we came back, and I think we came back with only like 4 burgers and 4 fries, and this is a team of like 8 people.
Oh God. Yeah.
So we went for an hour, and we came back with not enough food for us.
Those were the days, folks. The days of just being terrified that an order is missing. Because for us, we would do the DoorDash thing, and we're ordering for 20 people, and on the off chance that they bring the food, we try and check while the DoorDash person's still there. Even if something's missing, it doesn't matter. The DoorDash.
Hey, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Go back to the restaurant and come back to you again? No way, Jose or Fidel. But it's insane how once in a while you just be missing a meal for a partner or for a higher up. And there was this one senior manager on our team. She was a chunky bitch. And she would, if her meal was missing, someone was getting tossed out a window. It was that bad.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah, rest in pieces. She would let you know. And there were a couple times where you'd get an attitude thing where she's like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to find my own dinner. And you're like, yeah, I mean, you could actually skip a few meals, but yeah, it's
we don't condone fat shaming either here.
Sure.
I remember
yeah, big is beautiful.
You know what we used to do? We used to give generous tips out. Like generous tips. Like we used to make these people's like the driver's days. It was on PW, it was on the company. So, we'd give them like a 30% tip on like whatever it was, like a $200 order, and we would just put in the notes, please make sure that you guys got all the food and everything like that. So I think they do a good job, because they're getting paid like hefty sum of money.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to make sure that they're on top of it. It's so funny to think about, not to trash a big four, but just how inefficient all that shit is when they go, hey, you there, go on a coffee run for an hour to get everyone drinks when you could be working on something, but let's just have you guys go and
dude, it's all gone though. It's all changed. Because now it's like all like you just go on DoorDash and you just do a group order from Starbucks and they'll bring it to you in 45 minutes. It sucks.
Yeah.
Even towards the end of our time.
We almost need, I think, dude, we should do a pod. Well, I don't know if someone would agree to this, but I still have a few friends at PETA that I would love to, maybe we get one of them on and just see what it's like now.
Should we just mask their voice and like hide their identity?
I don't know. Maybe they'd willingly spill all the tea and then get fired. I don't know. I know.
Yeah, they definitely do it for our 3 subscribers.
Yeah, I don't think we're exposing anything too crazy. We got that Trump fan somewhere.
Well, that's a great way to conclude this week's episode, Alex.
Yeah, do we have anything? I mean, like we said, folks, if you're in the accounting game, there's a lot more to just the actual audit work. You got other stuff too. A lot.
Hey, has anyone called you to do their podcast? Has anyone commented for you to join their podcast since last week? Did any?
No one has.
No one.
I'm hoping that Danny kid doesn't.
Round 2.
I should just clip our conversation and put him in the title, and then maybe he'll get it. That dude still comments on a lot of my videos, and so
that's
following,
good.
but I don't think he listens to the pod. But who knows? Maybe we get him as a guest and
Yeah. Look, folks. Anyways, Alex here. He's desperate. He wants to get on one of your pods. So start a pod. Call Alex. This is Cousin Eddie 503, and he will be on your pod.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for TB12, episode 12. Once again, to all 4 of you, 2 of you, appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.